I'm about to show you a photograph that cost me $47,000. No, I'm not saying my kid cost me money. I'm saying that this moment right here, when I saw these two little lines on that pregnancy test 7 years ago, triggered five financial decisions that cost my family nearly $50,000 in lost wealth. And here's the crazy part. I thought I was doing everything right. I read the books, I talked to other dads, I even hired a financial advisor. But I still made these mistakes. And if you're a new dad or about to become one, you're probably making at least three of them right now. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I did wrong, the actual dollar amounts it cost me, and more importantly, the simple fixes that would have saved me enough money to fully fund my daughter's college education. Stick around to mistake number 5 because that one alone cost me $18,000, and it's the one mistake I see almost every new dad making in 2026. Okay, first mistake. And I want you to be honest with yourself as we go through this. When my wife told me she was pregnant, my first thought wasn't, let me open a 529 college plan. It was, holy crap, I need to buy a crib, a stroller, diapers, bottles. I got caught in what I call the immediate spending trap. I was so focused on the stuff we needed right now that I completely ignored the stuff we'd need later. And here's where it gets painful. If I had started putting just $200 a month into a 529 college savings plan the month we found out we were pregnant, by the time my daughter turned 7, we'd have about $19,500 saved. But because I waited until she was 3 years old to start, we only have about $11,000. That's $8,500 less. But it gets worse. Because of compound interest, by the time she's 18, that 3-year delay will cost us approximately $15,000 in total college savings. And you know what kills me? I could afford that $200. I was spending it. I was just spending it on stuff that didn't matter. That extra nice stroller, the designer diaper bag, the nursery that looked like it came out of a Pinterest board. Here's what I should have done and what you should do. The moment you find out you're having a kid, open 3 accounts before you buy a single thing. A 529 college savings plan, even if you start with just $50 a month. A high-yield savings account for emergencies, because kids get sick and things break, and a life insurance policy on yourself. We'll get to that in a minute, but trust me on this one. Future you will thank present you, I promise. But you know what? That mistake was nothing compared to what I did next. So picture this. I get the news we're having a baby. My first instinct was, I need to provide. I need to be a better provider, which sounds noble, right? So what did I do? I went out and bought a bigger car. Not just any car, a brand new SUV, because we need space for the baby. You know how big a baby is? This big. They don't need a 3-row SUV, but I convinced myself we did. That decision cost me $520 a month in payments for 6 years. That's $37,440, plus higher insurance, roughly $1,200 more per year, plus worse gas mileage, about $600 more per year. If I had just kept my perfectly good sedan for 3 more years and then upgraded to a used SUV, I would have saved over $25,000. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Having a kid triggers something psychological. You feel this pressure to level up your whole life. Bigger house, nicer car, better stuff. And companies know this. They market specifically to new parents because they know we're vulnerable to this feeling that we need to upgrade everything. It creates this death spiral. You increase your expenses for the baby, which means you need more income, so you work more hours, which means you see your kid less, which makes you feel guilty, so you buy them more stuff to compensate, which increases expenses again. Can anyone else relate to this, or is it just me? Drop a comment if you felt this pressure. Here's what I wish I'd done. given myself a 90-day freeze period after finding out about the baby. No major purchases, no lifestyle changes. Just sit with the news and let the dust settle. Then make decisions from a place of clarity, not emotion or fear. Your kid doesn't need the fancy stroller. They need a parent who's not stressed about money. But if you think that was bad, wait until you hear about the expenses I didn't even see coming. This one snuck up on me like a ninja, and it's probably sneaking up on you right now. I call these the invisible expenses because they don't show up on any cost of raising a baby calculator you'll find online. Look at this. Every article tells you about diapers, formula, childcare, and yes, those are expensive. But you know what they don't tell you about? The $3,000 in medical bills after insurance for the delivery. The $1,200 you'll spend on takeout in the first 3 months because nobody has energy to cook. The $800 in gas money driving back and forth to grandma's house who's helping but lives 45 minutes away. The $2,500 in lost income because you took unpaid leave. The $1,500 in random, oh crap, we need this now Amazon purchases at 2 a.m. I'll never forget the first time my daughter got sick. She was 4 months old, had a fever, and we panicked, rushed to urgent care. $200 copay. They said it's just a virus, give her Tylenol. Next week, same thing. Another $200. By the end of her first year, we'd spent almost $2,000 on medical stuff that wasn't covered. Nobody warned me about that. The baby books don't mention it, the financial planners don't include it in their estimates. When I actually tracked our expenses for my daughter's first year, the invisible costs totaled $11,400. That's on top of the regular stuff like diapers and formula. Here's how you prepare for this. Build an invisible expense fund. I recommend $5,000 minimum in a separate savings account, not your emergency fund, a separate buffer just for unexpected baby stuff. Second, track everything for the first 3 months. I mean everything. Every coffee you buy because you're tired, every pack of diapers you forgot to add to your budget. Use an app, use a spreadsheet, use a notebook. Just track it. Third, add 30% to whatever budget you created. If you think you need $1,000 a month for baby expenses, budget $1,300. The actual number will be somewhere in between, and you'd rather overestimate than get caught short.